Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Just a bunch of videos I found. I hope you enjoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
It's late at night when a girl named Pershka records a video in her kitchen. The purpose of the video is to show an ice machine that she recently purchased, as there's something about it that creeps her out. The ice maker, according to her, makes a very strange noise during the late hours of the night. So one night, as the ice machine makes its unusual noise, Pershka heads over to the kitchen to record the sound. But as she records this video, something pretty creepy is caught on camera. What was supposed to be a short, random video turned out to be a terrifying clip that Pershka has recently taken down for unknown reasons. She didn't say why she took down the clip, but it seems that the video itself says it all. Have a look. Like a scene out of a horror movie, Pershka walks into the kitchen and captures for just a split second the figure of a little girl. Even creepier is that whoever this was just disappears as soon as the lights turn on. It's for this reason that viewers believe she had taken down the clip, as otherwise it would continue to remind her of this disturbing incident. Whatever was captured has left her extremely unsettled. Even though this video was taken a few years ago, it is still unknown as to whether or not Pershka had captured something paranormal on camera.
Alright, that one was pretty weird. She literally just disappeared. Unless it was good editing. I don't know.
In the early 2000s, there used to be an abandoned asylum in Massachusetts known as Danvers State Hospital. Before shutting down in 1992, the asylum had an estimate of 3,000 patients, all of whom were severely mentally ill and poorly treated. Nurses who used to work here recall seeing horrifying things that continue to haunt them to this day. From patients walking around in their own filth due to a lack of basic hygiene, to patients receiving forced lobotomies that would often leave them in a much worse state than before, employees of the Danvers State Hospital are haunted by these terrible memories. However, aside from the past, the asylum is infamous for being extremely creepy. After shutting down in 1992, teens would come here after hearing rumors that the building was haunted. Although this next video wasn't taken by a trespassing teen, it was taken by a curious security guard back in 2000 whose job was to look after the historic building. But little did he know that he would capture something very strange while exploring the basement of the asylum.
That place is so haunted. Was. It's gone.
It's a bit hard to see at first, but as the night guard pans the camera to a room inside the basement, a shadowy figure can be seen moving slowly inside. The guard doesn't notice the figure until much later after rewatching the footage. Naturally, he was left shaken up after seeing what appears to be a slender-looking silhouette walking further into the room as if trying to hide from him. Mind you, the basement of this building is completely inaccessible to outsiders, so there's no way that a trespasser could have been inside. It's no wonder that viewers believe something supernatural was captured. But of course, the question is begged, just what exactly was caught on camera? Whether ghost or not, it remains a mystery as to what was captured.
I could literally do like a whole video about that place. There was one night me and a bunch of friends skipped work. We worked the overnight at UPS. We decided to go down to Danvers State and try to break in there. As we got up to the building, on a boarded up window, it had a sign that said "Do not enter due to asbestos." And I was reading that out loud before we got up, right up to the building. Right after I read it, we heard just like someone go bang, pound on the back of the window. It scared us so much. We just took off, ran, went back to the car.
Now the following video was submitted to me by someone who has no idea where the video came from. Its original source is unknown, but despite its mysterious origins, the clip is sufficiently creepy on its own. The video seems to have come from a CCTV camera that was placed in front of a driveway. Everything appears to be normal until you notice the two strangers that are standing outside the owner's home. They come into view as the owner beams them with the car headlights, presumably as an attempt to scare them off. This, however, doesn't work. They're still there, while eerily standing still. It is at this point, though, where things get really creepy. Watch. In utter disbelief, the property owner sees the two strangers disappear without a trace.
You could
Clearly,
literally
there
see
had
them
been
the
two
whole time.
individuals standing outside, but somehow they vanish as soon as the lights are flashed again. Now, how exactly this happened is something viewers can't seem to explain, and with little info on this clip, the video becomes even more mysterious. If two strangers were seen on camera, then how is it possible that they suddenly disappeared?
I don't know, that one was pretty weird too.
And the next trick is called the hospital flip. Why is it called a hospital And the next trick is called the hospital flip. Why is it called a hospital
Take my money. Last one was pretty sketchy. I don't know what that first one was, but that is straight nightmare fuel.
I'm at home, baby! I'm at home, motherfucker! Woo! Tonight the music sings so loud. I wish that we could lose this crowd. Maybe it's better this way. We hurt each other with the things we want to say. We could have been so good.
Yep.
I'd say the trick is to not have someone stand there and grab your ejection port.
This thing is so weird. Can you understand me? What?
What?
Who is the pale lady? She is a very pale, plump woman with long tangled hair and pitch black eyes. This entity can appear both in dreams and in reality. She is also capable of creating her own duplicates. If she has taken notice of you specifically, you are doomed. There is nowhere to hide or escape from her. You can only watch as she slowly approaches you, rubbing her pale hands together. She can drive you insane with her slow approach and horrifying smile. When she finally reaches you, she will affectionately embrace you, pulling you completely into her enormous belly.
She just wants a hug. I'm good.
That guy's not even racing yet.
Yeah, he did, he blinked!
He blinked, you couldn't even see it.
I 100% agree. I saw it at blink as well. What? That looks like one of the face grabber alien things.
This is why you should always change your locks. In 2017, a college girl woke up from a nightmare drenched in sweat and decided to rinse off before going back to sleep. She propped her phone on a shelf, turned on some music, and then hopped in the shower. A few minutes later, she reaches for her phone to change the song, but stops suddenly. Reflected on her phone's screen was a person standing in the middle of her bathroom facing the shower. She somehow kept her composure, turned the water to scalding hot, and then ripped open the curtain and sprayed the intruder in the face. As they howled in pain, she ran past them to her kitchen to get her butcher's knife. In a panic, she can't find her knife, so she just runs out of the apartment and calls the police. The police go in and come out with a crazy-looking woman in handcuffs. One of the officers comes over to the girl and says she used to live here and she had copies of your keys. Then he pauses and looks down and brings up a clear evidence bag that contained her butcher's knife, and he says, "Looks like she wanted her apartment back."
Everybody should have a gun. But I lost all mine in a boating accident.
Why have you come onto Britain's Got Talent?
My mum sent it as a joke, and then here I am. Once upon a time, Jessica's farm. There were animals there that often escaped their pen. Such a dangerous dog if you entered and bite.
That's her.
No, she's not doing that.
And the crazy cougar that rips you open with pride. And the delightful dolphin that tells them all where you hide. That was Jessica's farm, where the animals do intend to cause you harm. So next time you visit, please call ahead, or you can wind up injured or even...
I wasn't expecting that. That little girl is terrifying.
A family in Houston, Texas can't seem to get rid of this haunted Elsa doll. They bought the doll around Christmas of 2013. The doll recited phrases from the song Let It Go when you press the button in its necklace. And for 2 years it worked just fine. In 2015 it started alternating between English and Spanish, which it hadn't done before. But that's not the most bizarre part. The family owned the doll for about 6 years. During that time they never had to change the batteries. The doll would randomly begin turning on by itself without having its button touched, even singing when it switched off. The family decided to throw the doll away in 2019. Weeks later, they found it inside of a bench in their living room. The family then decided to double bag the doll, placing it at the bottom of their trash can and taking it out on garbage day. They went on a trip shortly after, and upon returning home, they found the doll in their backyard. The doll has since been mailed to a friend, and he taped it to the bumper of his car. And thankfully, it hasn't made its way back to Houston yet.
She said, put me on the front of somebody's car. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. I'll see you next time.